Welcome to the podcast for Lose Yourself Part 2. In tonight's episode, child services were called on Jenna and Casey for baby Tyson. Sav met Miss O, or Winnie, outside of school, and more of the ongoing love roulette play. Tonight, Jenna finally found out that Casey and Marisol had been spending a lot of time together, and then she hit him in the head with her guitar. Despite seeing that in the previews, that was still, I would have never expected her to do that. Everything in their storyline tonight was just so unexpected. I never would have thought that they would have considered doing adoption. I thought, child services would have, come in and everything would have been fine. They would have been able to keep the baby, but now they're considering giving it up. I did not expect that at all. And I kind of hoped that Casey would kind of fight for the kid more, but he kind of looks like they're going to give in and they are going to do the adoption. And in regards to, this, I think, teenagers should be shown, these series of episodes, just the Jenna and Casey parts, and not shows on MTV like 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom, which glorify underage people having babies, which I think is just absolutely ridiculous. No one really knows how much hard work it is until you actually go through it and experience it. With everyone watching all these ridiculous shows on MTV that make it seem, cool and fun, people, there have been studies that have proved that people have gotten pregnant just so they can try and be on the show or be like, the people on the show. So if they see something like these episodes of Degrassi, dealing with how you don't get to see your friends, you miss out on school, you miss out on your life when you are so young like this, like Jenna and Casey are. So I have to praise Degrassi for showing an honest and true representation of a teenage, parents. As for Sav and Miss O, they met at the concert and they had a good time, and then the next day she kind of blows him off, and I was like, okay, what is happening here? But then she gives him that little wink at the end. I do like where this is going. I don't know if they're really going to have, like, a relationship. I think it would be kind of cool to see them, get into kind of a secret relationship. But, they're taking it slow right now, and they're working on the score. And obviously Miss O is, a cool teacher, but I don't know how into a relationship she's going to be. She just seems like the kind of person, who wouldn't mind hanging out with students at a concert, that kind of thing, but she's not the one looking for a relationship. So my guess is probably Sav will try to make a move next time they hang out somewhere, and she'll be like, what are you doing? I thought, we were just kind of like friends having fun. Or maybe they will take it to the level where she will want, a relationship or, to hook up or whatever. So I am definitely interested to see what is going to happen from this. And on a quick side note, Mo, still hate him, can't stand him, he's annoying, please get off my screen. And finally, we have Jake, Claire, Eli, and Imogen. I love this scene where they were all together, doing a read-through for the play. Just seeing everyone on the same scene, interacting like that. Those scenes are always a lot of fun. And of course, Imogen was back to her, outrageous and crazy self tonight with some of the things she was saying to Claire. And I love the scene with Jake and Claire in the car, discussing Eli and, where Jake kind of convinced her to read the play. And, then after that, the scene with Eli and Claire as she has read the play, and you kind of wonder now what's going to happen next. I kind of hope that Eli and Claire don't really end up back together because, I think they're better as friends and not lovers. But I don't know necessarily if I want Claire to get together with Jake and Eli to get together with Imogen. But I just don't think Eli and Claire should be together. I like them better apart, but as friends though, which it seems they're at least getting to that level. Thanks for listening to the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and you will check them out next week as well. Degrassi Extra. I think the thing that child services should have been called on was in the opening when Casey and Jenna are sleeping on the couch with Tyson in their arms where he could easily fall off and fall on the ground. I thought that was one of the most alarming and, disturbing things that I've seen. I mean, you never sleep with a baby. I mean, not only could he fall on the ground, if they are twisting or turning over, he could be squished or, hurt. I mean, I can't believe they did that. That again shows that someone at that age, no matter how hard you try or who is around you, you're never fully prepared and you're never, fully ready to be able to deal with a baby. And of course, any new parent, any age will always have some kind of issues, but someone as young as them, barely through high school, I mean, those are the kind of things, the mistakes that you make when you're so young. And an older parent, while they